What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2. Please go ahead and grab you a drink, grab you something to eat. We in for a wild ride. It's not the first time I've ever gotten a cease and desist, but this is the first time I got a cease and desist, and they told me I still got to pay them. Very weird, very strange. We're gonna get into all of that. This Curtis Jackson versus his first baby mama Shaniqua. We're gonna get into all of this, you guys. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2 bringing you another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. What's up, Darcy? What's up, Lady Letitia? What's up, Denitria? Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Ariel? Who else? We got Sun up in the building. Shout out to all my members. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I appreciate y'all as always. What's up, Joy? And hello, everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for being here. So I actually got this cease and desist the other day. I just didn't talk about it because I wanted to at least, make sure that I was good to even talk about this because, again, I want to make sure that I protect myself. And then at the same time, I felt like I didn't do anything wrong. Like we always give, well, not all of us. I'll say this for content creators, we give our commentary, we give our opinions. This is based off of the things that celebrities put out there. Now, are there people that will make up stuff? Yes, there's people out there that will make up stuff. However, this is me directly playing what Shaniqua Tompkins actually is saying. Like, this isn't me making up anything. Now, whether or not I believe that it's true, well, I mean, I don't know, but hey, I wasn't there, so I can't say I agree or I disagree. All I can do is try to give both sides of the scenario or both sides of the story, right? So with that being said, I got the C&D, talking about that I need to take down the videos because they own basically her life story. So for them to produce the Get Rich or Die Trying and all the TV and everything like that based off of Curtis Jackson, aka 50 Cent life, Shaniqua, didn't have to, but she signed over her rights. Now I gotta question her because she signed over her rights for 80K. Would y'all sign over your life story for 80K, y'all? What's up, Della Krim? Shout out to everybody in South Korea. What's up, Bama girl? But I'm all like, 80K? Like, that's real. I don't know about that. But, we'll get into the details of that a little later. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and pull up the cease and desist. All right, here we go. So it's addressed to me, Andre Turner II. Y'all already know my name. Trust me, I've already been doxxed. So, I mean, that ain't a secret, right? So it says the media demand a cease and desist for tortious interference with the contract, unauthorized posting of Shaniqua Tompkins video. We represent G Unit Books Inc. G Unit Books, as you guys see. This letter serves as a formal demand that you immediately cease and desist from any further dissemination, publication, or sharing of videos featuring Shaniqua Tompkins. Tompkins videos which were posted on the AT2 For Real YouTube account, my account. On February 9, 2007, Ms. Tompkins entered into a life rights agreement with G Unit Books, granting G Unit Books the unconditional, irrevocable, exclusive, perpetual right to use, depict, portray, and represent in whole or in part Ms. Tompkins' I always struggle with her last name. Life in all episodes, exploits, events, incidents, personal experiences, situations, and events which herefore occurred or hereafter occur. These rights are complete. Wait, so anything that happens like before or after, they have complete control over that? Wow. These rights are complete without exception. By posting the Tompkins videos, you have facilitated and participated in direct and material breach of Miss Tompkins' contractual obligations to G Unit Books. So they're saying because I posted the video that I'm basically interfering. But how did I interfere with anything? Like, I didn't per se interfere. And now, again, I don't know if I'm the only content creator that has received this, but anybody else who has reposted her videos or gave commentary, I'm pretty sure they probably got something. I think the reason why I ended up getting the cease and desist because you guys know I talked about it on Friday, I believe. So that makes a lot of sense. All right, so continue. And then those are the YouTube videos right there. Okay. Monetary damages of at least 1 million. They're asking for 1 million from her. That's all that information. Okay, so here are the demands. To avoid immediate legal action, you must within 5 days of the date of this letter permanently remove the Tompkins videos and all versions thereof from all websites, social media accounts, and any other platforms under your control. Provide written confirmation that you will not publish, disseminate, or otherwise share the Tompkins video in any form. 3. Provide written confirmation that you will not publish, disseminate, or otherwise share any additional content concerning Ms. Tompkins' life story rights without the express written permission of G Unit Books. And 4. Remit payment of G Unit Books in the amount of $25K as partial compensation for the damage caused by your actions. So y'all, that part right there, are they already asking for the 25K? Is that what that part means? Because let me tell you, I did not make 25K off of those videos. Like, what? What? 25K? I don't even think those videos got 25,000 views combined. 25K? Right, Danny Omega. Yeah, you're right about that. What y'all saying? Coco said 50, please. Right? 50, please. Like, come on now. Shoot. Sounds like it. Yeah, like you asked for 25. Like, so I already lost because I ain't got 25K. You know what I mean? You already asking for 25K? Right, Nisha. Yeah, definitely. I get that it's a scare tactic. All right, failure to comply. If you do not provide written confirmation of your compliance with all of the above demands within 5 days of the date of this letter, G Unit Books will proceed with all available legal remedies against you without further notice. This includes seeking injunctive relief, monetary damages, and additional relief. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. So, somehow tortious interference from AT2. I personally did something to hurt this man or, put out this information. I didn't sign the contract. I didn't sign any contract. But you know what the funny part is? I feel like 50 Cent is also in people's pockets. And what I mean by that is how TMZ is paid and bought for by the Kardashians, allegedly? I think these blogs are because put a 1 in the chat if you've seen Shaniqua's videos, her live videos that she's been doing. Have you seen those on the blogs like Hollywood Unlocked, Shade Room, the Neighborhood Talk? Have you seen her Instagram lives at all? Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen them. Put a 2 in the chat if you've seen it on YouTube channels. Put a 3, you haven't seen her videos at all. Not money on my canteen. Shout out to you, Darcy. Yeah, I don't think the Shade Room, I don't think Hollywood Unlocked, the Neighborhood Talk, Baller Alert, I don't think they've posted her. So I'm wondering if they sent something, maybe. And for those of you saying that you have seen it, what blog sites did you see it on? Because where's my phone at? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Somebody asked me if I'm going to get legal advice. I made sure to make sure that I was good before I did this live. That's what I'll say. Uh, just in case the feds are watching. You know, I gotta be careful now. Okay, you seen it on TMZ? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Tasha K posted it. Oh, sorry, Tasha. Tasha don't want no more lawsuits either. Sorry, Tasha. But I'm just saying, Tasha, you posted it on your thing. So shit. If I got in trouble, you get in trouble too. Shit. Okay, Baller Alert. No. Baller Alert tossed. So okay. So what I'm seeing is that people are talking about the lawsuit 50 Cent did. But as far as her live, I haven't seen any blogs except Tasha K. Fuchsia's Fuchsia's TV Infamous Mob. Okay, that's another blog. It's Only Entertainment. Okay. So it all seems like smaller blogs. What's up, River? Smaller blogs are reposting her lives. Oh, I take that back. Hollywood Live. Not Hollywood Live. Hollywood Unlocked. Hollywood Unlocked did. Okay. Okay. So people have. Okay. Okay. So I wonder if Hollywood Unlocked will get one. TMZ and MSN have her trailer up. Yeah, you know, and I wonder what happened with that whole trailer. She never talked about that, but it was supposed to be like this big, I don't want to say expose, but she was supposed to tell her life story, and then it kind of went away, and now she's back again. And I think after all the Diddy stuff and people saying, "Oh, it's 50 Cent Baby Mama," they were kind of looking at her like, "Oh, is it this one right here?" But no, it's you know which one it already is. I'm snitching. Oh yeah, everybody getting the cease and desist. Shoot, if I gotta pay 25K, you gotta pay 25K too. You know, I'm just messing. No, I don't want nobody to get sued. I'm not team everybody gets sued, by the way. Oh, and also speaking of that, do y'all like the new background, the blue and red? Do y'all like the new background? I wanted to switch it up a little bit. Deadbeats got time for everything, but their kid. Ooh, Coco, let me put your comment up so they can sue you. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, okay, I'm fine. Okay. What's up, Paradise? All right. So I want to go ahead and bring up this right here. So as you guys see right here, it says in exchange for the life story rights and the other rights granted under the contract, Tompkins was paid $80K and granted the right to receive royalties on certain works based on life story rights, with the exact amount of the royalty varying depending on the type of work. Life Rights Agreement Section 2. So this is the contract that they're holding her to. They're saying that this is why she can't tell her story. She can't say anything. Now, it talks about how she signed her rights away. But in the lawsuit, it doesn't say if there was ever an expiration date. I can't imagine that you sign a contract that you can't never tell your story. And again, I don't know if she has sought legal representation, but she alluded to in her live that, contracts do come to an end, basically. That's what she alluded to. Contracts come to an end. So maybe this contract has expired, you know? What's up, Miss Curiosity? I ain't seen you since 1982. Thank you for being here. I can't imagine that you can be in this contract for the rest of your life. And mind you, what they're saying is that you can't tell any story after, or you can't tell the story before. The story before, okay, I can see that. But your life story as of now, you can't even share that? What? What? I know Paradise. I ain't seen you since 1982 as well too. But she can't share any part of her life story. I know, it's like, what kind of 360 deal is this? I wonder if she could talk about the deal. Like, as far as like, why did she sign it? I don't know if she's ever answered that in one of the lives, but I don't think she has. Like, why did she sign something like this? Because basically, if the contract stands, she can't say anything. She can't do nothing. And then, of course, let me show you this. The reason why I'm not showing the lawsuit is because it got her address on there, and I don't think it's a business address because it has an apartment number. So I don't want to show that out of respect. Um, so you see right here, it says in favor and against defendant Shaniqua Tompkins as follows: injunction relief requiring Tompkins and each of her agents, partners, employees, attorneys, assigns, and all other associates are acting in concert with her to remove any content within their control which violates the life rights agreement. Now, here's my thing. Did they send me that cease and desist because they're alluding to me working with her? Is that what they're saying? Because we have no connection. And especially if I don't have listen, AT2 ain't doing nothing without a check. So why would I be out there trying to slander 50 Cent for free? Not like, that don't even make any sense. You know, that don't even make any sense right there. Yeah, you ain't gonna see no contractual agreement. Like, I don't work for her. So that's what I don't get. And then the second line says prohibiting, or B, I should say, prohibiting Tompkins and each of her agents, partners, employees, attorneys, assigns, and all other associates or acting in concert with from committing further unlawful or infringing acts, including unauthorized exploitation of any of the life story rights and violation of the life agreements. And then two, an award to G Unit Books of the actual damages and the amount to be proven at trial, but no less than 1 mil. 1 mil. Wow. Yes, I did, Nay. The whole lie. YouTube streets have gone cuckoo crazy, crazier lately. Shoot, tell me about it. But yeah, he's asking for 1 million for her breaching this contract. All right. Now that I got the facts out the way, let me go ahead and give you guys my opinion on all of this. Notice how they're not saying that she's a liar. They're not saying, oh, this woman is lying. She just can't give her story. Like, they're saying, like, no, we own the rights to her story. So anything that she's saying, we don't want you guys reposting. We definitely don't want her saying anything, but we don't want you guys reposting. We don't want you guys saying anything. they're not calling her a liar. They're just saying, we own the rights to your story. So, with that being said, that's very interesting because usually, well, I'll give you a perfect example. Remember when Daphne Joy got outed out by Little Rod, his lawsuit, when he said like she was a prostitute and they were wiring money to her and stuff like that. And then when 50 we called her a little sex worker, she then came out with claims that he abused her and all that stuff, right? Well, he sued her for defamation. And he's also trying to get custody of their son. But in this situation, he's not suing for defamation. He's just saying breach of contract. Now, again, I don't know if this is like the first step. And then if this doesn't go through, then he goes with defamation. But he's not calling her a liar. Oh, he did end up dropping it. Okay, got you, Delacreme. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember he dropped it. He dropped it. Yeah. Now I'm gonna be jagged and shrill content tomorrow. But yeah, so knowing like he didn't go for defamation right away because I mean, let me be honest, the things that Shaniqua had revealed, I would go for defamation. Now, I'm not saying that I want anybody to be sued, but I would go for that more than like, oh, you're telling the rights of your story because I mean, you're saying that she's telling the rights to her story, which means that the story seems to be plausible, or we could see that it is true. That's what I'm getting. You possibly having somebody burning down the house, that might be true. Physical, mental abuse, that might be true. Um, the years of you being hateful and not really giving a damn about your son. I mean, well, shit, we see that. I mean, shit, yeah, that we know. But like I said, you don't care whether or not this is true. You're just saying that this is breach of contract. My thing would be I want people to know that this is not true because it's almost like you saying, well, we want to be able to sell this story, or she needs to go through us to be able to tell her story before, she gets paid. Like, I don't know if her Instagram is monetized. So again, you have to prove that she's making payment. What they try to allude to was that she can get brand deals based off of, her popularity and her status. But if she doesn't have any brand deals from specifically her telling her story, or she's not monetized off of it, then what would you get out of it? Now, again, I do not know if she has legal representation and she, is possibly doing a countersuit or reply. I don't know. But I imagine if she alluded to the contract coming to an end or being voided, then she must be good. She must be safe. I think it's really a thing where you have to um you have to produce those somebody's going to have to produce the contract, and then a lawyer's going to have to look over it to see like, yeah, they basically own the rest of your story for the rest of your life. But I find it amazing that he has all this energy for her, and it's all like, why? What are you trying to hide? This literally seems like I'm trying to hide something. Like she knows where the bones are buried. Just like we had no clue that you messed around with Misa until she told us. She let us know you was the first one to sleep with the baby mama. We thought Diddy was just being dirty and whatever. No. According to Shaniqua, you was the first one. Not Couture with the Goku chick. Yeah, you were the first one to sleep with the baby mama. And allegedly, she told you some things talking about Misa Hilton. told you some things about Diddy. Did you already know about the freak offs and everything that went on? Like, did you already know about it? Because allegedly, this girl been in the streets talking about baby mama number two, Daphne. This woman been in the streets. So again, I have a lot of questions in regards to okay, well, she's telling her story, but you're not calling her out for lying. You're just saying that legally she can't tell her story. So if she's not lying and I'm just basically going off of the information that she's giving and I'm reporting on it, it is what it is. AT2 should be fine, right? Did AT2 sign a contract? Put a one in the chat if AT2 signed a contract. Put the two if I didn't sign the contract. You know, shit, what can we do? It's kind of like one of those age old stories where the celebrities will give you the content, right? But then when you report on the content, they get mad at you. Well, what you mad at me for? You got to go after the people who did it to you. You can't go after me. You got to go after the people who did it. You know? Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Okay, you like the background. AT2 should be paid. I agree. I agree. Yes, AT2 should be paid. I agree. Now he mad that you and Floyd Ben told us he was tender. Yeah. And here's the thing. Do I think that his team is just going around looking at different videos? Well, here's the thing. I think that he had to have told them, like, hey, this woman is talking reckless online. We need to sue her. We need to shut her up. And then, you know, with discovery, research, and all that shit, what they then have to do is go look and see who's talking about it, who's mentioned it. So I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I think I'm the only one that's talking about it, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. And I try to look to see I was like, damn, well, did anybody else get, you know, a cease and desist or anything like that? And I hate to say this too, but I think like everybody takes the Tasha K and Cardi B situation and they apply that to everybody. Hell, one step further, Milagro Grams and Megan Thee Stallion, they take that case and apply it to everybody. You can't just take those cases and apply them to everybody because there's little things that you guys are missing and it doesn't apply just to a blogger who's talking about the gossip or talking about whatever is going on. That does not apply to all of us. Those are case by case situations. This is something where you know, I'm talking about what was put out by the defendant. The defendant put it out, and I'm talking about the lawsuit referencing Shaniqua. The defendant talked about it. And so you know, I gave my commentary, gave my opinion, reposted it, let the people see it. I don't know what I did wrong. I feel like I didn't do anything wrong. You know, Five Dimes Legal been crushing on YouTube streets hard. Why waste money on fighting about what's she's saying about him and he can get her stress free with breaching of their contract? And listen, that makes sense too. You know, that makes sense. California has the anti slap. Yes. Are you sure Jag didn't send you? No. No, I'm pretty sure Jag did not send me that. Yeah. I'm 99.9% sure that she did not send me that lawsuit. Now, that would be funny if somebody was playing a prank and all that, but no, I don't think so. AT2 got talked to. No, don't tell him that. Do not tell him. I got Tasha K money. Miss Barber. See, that's why you need to get blocked, Miss Barber. What's wrong with you? Jag doesn't have a GED. Yeah, all that. And by the way, I have looked up the law firm, so I do know that it's legit, you guys. I just want to let you know. And thank you, Miss AT Alien Stan. I did not call them, but I looked it up. It's legit. Yeah, it's not made up. No, no, no. That was way too thorough. Yeah, again, if they pulled the wool of my eyes and that's fake, they did a good job, but that's extensive work. Where is she, by the way? Oh, I don't know where the nut job is. The contract says everything for me. Why is her life story under a contractual agreement? This is like Trump suing the Washington Street Journal for $10 billion. Thanks for saying you're guilty before we even asked. Yeah, it's literally people with money who's like, okay, I know you can't fight. I know you can't afford it. So I'm going to tie you up in court. That's what a lot of people do. It's not that somebody is necessarily guilty or anything like that. Sometimes they'll tie you up in court. They'll try to hustle you down for money. Court is very expensive, it's very time consuming. It's not something that's just easy, right? When you don't have money, right? Read homo. Oh, I've heard of that book. Isn't that the one that shout out to Make It Make Sense. Wasn't that the book that he was reading by the guy who passed away? I understand why she is being sued. I'm not understanding why you are being involved since you are using the materials included in the public lawsuit. Right. And again, I can't say that okay, she didn't breach her contract. I don't know. I was just asking, like, well, damn, it's like for forever and ever. Like, it didn't expire at all. But like I said, she alluded to it expiring, right? But what I'm saying is that even with that, that has nothing to do with me. I did not sign the contract. I am not her attorney, employee. I'm nothing of the sort. So why am I, you know, getting threatened? It's just a fun- Thank you, Dolo. I can't put your comment up because you use a cuss word, but thank you. The lawsuit has 12 links to her IG, Facebook, YouTube, right? It's pure damage control by its team. 50 doesn't care if people care if it's true or not. Money talks or just stops. That's true. And I think also, too, even though no matter what she knows and what she's saying, 50 Cent is kind of like one of those, he's unbreakable. Like the dude literally talked. I remember something that he had posted, and I was like, "Oh no, that ain't even right." When he talked about Little Kim's daughter, I was all like, "Oh yeah, he ain't shit," and he did that completely for no reason. I don't even think he issued Little Kim an apology, but I remember that. I actually unfollowed 50 a while ago, and the reason being is because like I was like, okay, I get the trolling and shit like that, but I don't feel like he actually cares about the victims. You know how he's doing the whole documentary with Netflix, right? I just feel like that's a money grab for him. I mean, essentially, yeah, it's about the money, right? But I feel like that's just a money grab for him. I don't feel like he actually cares about victims because when the trial, not the trial, but the verdict came out, right? Remember he made some kind of post about the baby oil or something like that. He congratulated Diddy. I mean, I know he was being funny, but why would you make a joke and you're literally producing a movie about victims, and like it's just not a good look in general. So at the end of the day, he really doesn't give a fuck. But hopefully, whoever is participating in that, they got their money too. Let him go ahead and exploit you. 50 is petty and calculating, mischievous, devious, and not to be played with. He will destroy you just for fun. Beware of 50. Don't touch too hot. Jag never tells the truth. That's why Jag is ignored because she is not okay. I heard 50 can be accused of the exact same thing. After all, remind me who his baby mama is. Listen, shout out to Katorbe because Katorbe been saying it for a minute. 50 probably ain't that innocent either. He hates Diddy. I don't know if he hates Diddy. Like, I'm starting to feel like he's capitalizing off the moment. Because how come he's never shared his real gripe with Diddy? Like his real issue. He makes cancers. Oh, is he a cancer? That makes a lot of sense. He do not care. 50 will meet his match. This is why they're suing you. You call out the reality of who 50 is. He doesn't give up. Yep. Yeah, y'all pretty much saying the same thing everybody else saying. Yeah, that's why I was all like, whoa, this is like really crazy. Like, you just want to tell everybody they can't repost anything, they can't say anything. Like, here's my thing, because I'm not gonna lie to you. If you just if it was more like a hey, we're going through some legalities with Shaniqua Tompkins, we would like you to go ahead and take down your video. But the fact that they already asking me, hold on, let me pull it back up. Because I thought that this was if I don't take it down. The whole they're going to take legal ramifications and all that. That's the failure to comply. No, the remit payment to G Unit Books in the amount of 25K as partial compensation for the damage caused by your actions. Y'all, they already asking for money. Like, that's a threat, right? Put a one in the chat if that's a threat. Put a 2 in the chat. I'm overreacting. Because let me look at my bank account real quick, y'all, because I'm all like, do I got 25K? Do I got 25K? Let me look at my bank account real quick. I declare bankruptcy. That's a promise too. You are not overreacting. Thank you. Yeah, my account is $1.88 negative. Yeah, I ain't got no 25K. Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do with that. Now you can come on my channel for an interview if you would like, And here's the thing, they can release their statement. I already went over the lawsuit a little bit. I didn't want to read the whole thing. I don't want to bore y'all with that. So yeah. So let me ask you guys, would y'all take it down? Yes or no? Would you take down the videos? Yes or no? Let's do a 30-second countdown. Would you take down the videos? Ooh, that one was kind of mixed. Okay. Yes, at the last minute. I like that one. You said yes at the last minute. Okay, let me do a poll question. Yeah, that one. I think the yes is one, but let me just make sure. Y'all, my legal counsel. Hold on, let me not say that because they might add y'all to the they might add y'all to the lawsuit too now that I said y'all my legal counsel. Okay, let's go, let's go. And are y'all hitting that like button? I haven't even looked to see if y'all was hitting that like button yet. Would you take down the videos? All right, you guys, now go ahead and vote in the poll. Would you take down the videos? Hell no. Okay, for all of y'all saying no and get a lawyer, make sure y'all send me some money too. Yeah, but for me, yeah, tomorrow after we watch it again. Y'all are hilarious. Exactly. People want to see a spectacle. And I want to say something too. I'm not so strong will where I'm all like, oh my God, I would never take it down. I'm standing up for myself. No, I'm not that proud. Like, if I did something wrong, I would definitely take it down. But me, just you just trying to say, "Oh, I'm gonna try to scare you" or whatnot. Um, no, no. But if I felt like I did something wrong, or say, like for example, it comes out true that she did breach her contract or she was lying about the stuff that she said, I have no problem taking it down. Don't do a milagro. Oh, y'all think I'm being milagro right now? Oh, thank you, Coco. I appreciate that. First donation for the lawyer, oh, not the lawyer fund. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. I appreciate that for real. What's up, Michelle? I hate that he is threatening to do this to but the oh damn, I missed your comment. The real AT2 Gmail. Okay, there you go. I put it in the chat. Yes, take it down. Give your subscribers notice before you take it down. Y'all are so petty, I swear. Y'all are ridiculous. Oh wow. 58% said yes. 43%. Okay, now it's 57-43. Okay. And that's the thing, Angie. Damn, oh no, there you go. I forgot all about the stuff that his baby mama put out, and this has just made me want to listen to her again. Yeah, I feel that it kind of piques everybody interest now because it's all like, okay, well, now what was she saying? I need to watch it since you're trying to sue her, you know? I don't know if she went live yet. I wonder if she went live. Because she said on her story that she was going live this week, but I mean, I'm thinking she mean next week because yeah, this week already over with. Because my thing is like, I don't feel like the battle is with me. No, let me not say think. I know the battle isn't with me. I'm a blogger. This is what we do. We talk about what's going on. And mind you, we talk about stuff that it's not like somebody told me a secret and then I'm putting the secret out there. Like this is said publicly. Damn, don't make me scared, y'all. Y'all over here donating to the legal fund. Damn. Now y'all got me a little worried. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Thank you, Miss Curiosity. I appreciate that. Y'all like AT2, you about to get sued. Y'all gonna see me in the blogs. At least use a good picture if y'all gonna put me in the blogs. You know, put a good picture. They gonna put a picture where I'm looking all cockeyed like, and then use that for the goddamn picture in the blogs. Man, they be doing me dirty. Cardi started. Ooh, you said Cardi started this crap. He put you on notice. I think this is more about your headline or your opinion. Well, it didn't say anything about my opinion. It literally said for me reposting the videos. So yeah, this is not a defamation. It's not a defamation. Again, I want to repeat. It said nothing about defaming or lying. Well, it said it alluded to because of you repurposing this, you're basically um, you know, spreading information that distresses my client, whatever the terms were used. Anybody that has 50 Cent Baby Mama on their platform will suffer. She hasn't been on my channel. I didn't interview her. That was from her own Instagram. And mind you, by the way, if you go to her Instagram, those videos are still up, you guys. Now, I will say that if she took down those videos, I'll be like, oh shit, delete, delete, delete. But those videos are still up. She did not delete her videos. Like, go check right now. She did not delete her videos. That's why I said don't take them down. Yeah. And then what else? He want a written letter, and I gotta say that I will never share this again. And then because that sounds like I would be screwing myself over. Like, okay, then I can never talk about this again, or I can't mention it. Nah. Don't let him bully you. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya, like, don't let him bully you. Tanya, you didn't donate no money for the legal fees. You can't be doing all that talking if you ain't. I'll just messing with you, Tanya. Uh, delete them when she delete hers. Yeah, like I said, if she was all like, "Oh, I'm deleting my stuff," and she went into hiding, I'll be like, "Oh, time to delete." You know, I kind of feel like it's the situation like when you know how like they said Real Life Productions was being sued because of all the stuff Jaguar said. I'm pretty sure they got cease and desist, but they might have changed a few things, but I don't think they took anything down. Like they might have, edited some stuff out, but for the most part, the context of what Jag was saying about those celebrities, they left that shit in there. I mean, there's a lot of people, even Tasha. She fought Desiree Perez from Rock Nation, the president. She was in a battle with her, and Desiree was trying to take her video down, but hey, it's still up. She fought that. Read your description on that video, AT2. You may want to replace some periods with question marks. And not make it so factual, like matter of fact. Okay. Um, and mind you, I know the videos have been like downloaded, screenshotted, so I think for that purpose, it's already too late. You in the state of California, harassment is huge out here. That is on your side. I emailed you also. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll definitely pull it up after this video because I'm still sharing my email and I don't want to pull it up and then everybody see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna wait until after. 50 Cent is just as evil as Diddy. Oh, is that what I said? Oh, damn. Fighting requires attorney fees, correct? Yeah, that's what I'm all like. Oh, that would be tampering. Yeah, I'm all like, they already got the screen. They got everything they need. This man has threatened. Damn, my titles are wild like that. Do you want to fight with 50? No, I don't want to fight him. But again, and again, I don't want to make it seem like I'm this high moral ground, like, oh, I'm fighting for bloggers and I'm fighting for everybody being bullied. It's not that. It's just that there was nothing wrong that I did. AT2, you know what you have to do. Don't let people cost you money or a strike on your channel. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Angie. Can you delete the video? No, because that's still sharing her life story, with she's in breach of contract allegedly for. That's still sharing her life story. Viewers will watch you crash out. Oh yeah, we definitely crashing out online. A big snot bubble, tears, and everything. But like I said, all I can do is do fair reporting, give both sides. I'm not in anybody's pockets as far as 50 or with Shaniqua. So at the end of the day, like, all I can do is report. Now, if he goes live and he tells his story about her, what we gonna do? We gonna talk about it. Definitely. Fair is fair. It ain't no collusion or anything on this side. Yeah, no, it's not like that at all. Leave it up until last minute. Y'all so petty with that. Leave it up until last minute. 50 is a horrible human being, and he's right up there with Diddy. Protect your channel and your financial assets. 50 makes me sick. He acts like a bee. Yeah. It's very surprising, because I'm like a small fish. Like, there's people who are bigger than me or people who have more reach than I do. So it's always weird when I get blocked or if I get some kind of email or DM saying, oh, you said this about me and we're going to do this. I'll be all like, damn, y'all watch? Y'all pay attention? Sometimes I don't know my own reach. Yeah, all you did was report on it. Yeah, thank you, Coco. Yeah, I didn't do nothing. Yeah, nothing wrong. Listen, it wasn't my story. Now, did I, put extra stank and went like, oh, damn, really? Oh, shit, yeah. Because I mean, what was being said was shocking. Denat is behind this. I've seen that in here a few times. I was like, no, I don't think he's capable of doing this at all. No. Can't stand 50. Thank you, Bama girl. I appreciate that. But don't let somebody, baby mama, get you in trouble. We need you to make us laugh in these trying times. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you, son. I appreciate that. Towards the defense of the content. Yeah. I know, Tanya. Yeah, legal fees are serious. Yeah. Oh, my bad. I thought you used her video. If you didn't, what the hell is his problem? No, I did. I did use her video. Hmm. No, I did. JP AT2 milk it. 50 Cent is a public figure. He has a target on his back. He knows it. Yes, like and share this video. Like and share this video. Yeah, and like I said, I still haven't seen anybody really talk about this. Okay. Oh, so far we're at 54% said take the videos down, 46% say no. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, nobody has talked about it. I see commentary about the lawsuit. Yeah, dang. I'm kind of like, damn, am I the only one? Hey, Roxy, can you send a cease and desist? No, there would be no point in me sending a cease and desist. Well, listen, I know this video is kind of antagonizing, but I don't want to antagonize. Like, well, I'm gonna sue you because technically, just like they don't have anything to sue me for, I don't have anything to sue them for. Like, yeah. That would just be trying to fight fire with fire. And unfortunately, I'm rubbing two sticks together to start a fire. And he got a whole bazooka gun. Like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, that wouldn't be a good idea. No, I talked about the lawsuit, but I didn't use her video. And now I took my video down. You took your video down, Celebrity Scandalous? No, no. I listen. If you, as long as you didn't tell her life story that they own, you should be good. Yeah, I wouldn't take down your video. No, because I reposted the live. I talked about the live. Yeah, I'm all up and down all of this. So yeah. His new studio having issues in Louisiana. I've heard about that too as well. Yeah, don't bring a knife to a GUN fight. Right. Yeah, let me just say this. Let's be clear. I'm not telling any content creator that they need to be scared and they need to start taking their videos down and stuff like that. This is just me having an open conversation about what happened. You know, like if anything, I feel like this is a learning lesson for all of us. Again, I'm not telling you, I don't want to make it seem like I'm coming on here because I'm trying to tell you guys that I'm scared or anything like that. I'm not scared. Trust me, I've been through a lot. I'm not scared at all. But this is just me basically saying, like, okay, we at this point where celebrities are all like, okay, we're gonna send you cease and desist. We're going to try to threaten you in order for you to do what we want. Now, if this was something where I'm making up stories and making up lies, I would see that, right? You know, I'm not sharing a deep fake porn video like Milagro Grams. I'm literally reposting and talking about the story of what happened, you know, with Shaniqua because Shaniqua told her story. Now, if she wasn't supposed to tell her story, that's one thing. But I can't think of a situation where somebody like breached their contract or their NDA where they told a story, but you get in trouble for telling that story. That's basically what it is, you guys. I'm getting in trouble for telling the story that she put out there. That's essentially what it is. And because she was not supposed to tell her story, then I'm held liable in some kind of way. And it's all like, No, I don't think that's how it works at all. That I'm liable for something that I didn't start or do. That's essentially what that now that I broke it down like that, hopefully it makes a little bit more sense. Because it's not for defamation, it's not defamation, you guys. I want to make let's be clear. It's not defamation. It's literally because she told a story, she breached her contract. I reposted it, talked about it, and I shouldn't have did that. But they can ask that you vet it. Remember Pierce Morgan. Well, how do I vet a story that happened in someone's personal life? Like, you know, and here's the thing. I'm just asking the question, what do you have to hide? I'm not saying necessarily that it's a lie or if it's true. I don't know. But it is alarming that, okay, you want to basically silence her and shut her up. That's all I'm saying. Well, maybe she wasn't supposed to tell it, but now you have some must be true. Yes, but it costs money to prove you are not liable. Yeah, Pierce Morgan got bullied by a rich person. What was the Pierce Morgan story? Somebody explain it to me real quick. We all said Pierce was weak. Oh, was it the Jay Z that thing? But here's the thing, that's even different, you guys. Yeah, that's not even my situation. I didn't have Shaniqua on my channel. I don't know her to have her on my channel. She didn't call me and be like, "Oh yeah, she said this," and then I went on my channel and reported. I reported on something that was already public and something that is still up on her Instagram. Yeah, he literally had talking about Pierce Morgan, he had Jaguar up there just saying the most reckless shit. And mind you, by the way, Jaguar barely knows Jay-Z and has never met Beyonce, and she was talking crazy and reckless like that. Where we're getting the story from a first-hand account from Shaniqua, who's 50 Cent, who's the mother of 50 Cent's first child, Marquise. That's firsthand story because she's talking about herself. Jaguar is always talking about shit she don't know. She talk about shit that happened in a third party to 10th party. Like she always around the vicinity of something, or she was near it, or she heard it through a friend. She wasn't talking about her own story. She was talking about other people's story. Where what's up, Stephanie? Where Shaniqua is talking about firsthand knowledge of her own story. This is her own story. This is not something like this is not like an industry insider. Celebrity scandalist said, "Okay, keep us posted." Y'all, I think some of y'all want me to get sued. Like I said, it'd be different if this was like one of those conspiracy theorists, like an Ally Carter or something like that. If somebody said, "Take that shit down," that's a lie. I'll be like, "All right, let me go ahead and take it down." But this is someone telling their firsthand account, their firsthand knowledge. That is completely different. Sorry I'm late. My old ass took an accidental nap. Listen, I take accidental naps all the time. Don't even worry. Shout out to our favorite cousin Steph. Thank you. That's going towards the legal fee as well. Where are we at right now? Hold on, y'all. Uh, what the chat looking like? Hold on, let me see. Did y'all hit that like button? We about to get out of here now because I don't even think y'all hitting that like button. Okay. Ooh, we 50-50 with the take down the video vote. Oh shit. 51% says no. Okay, let me do another a commercial real quick, and then we'll be right back, you guys. Let me do a commercial.
That Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death. The f is that? Shit! I'm dying in this country ass fuck town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck I can't see pollen. And let's get the fuck country motherfucker. I can't even see me.
But celebrity scandalous, this even more goes in my favor because Cassie cannot talk about it anymore, but Cassie put that information out there. But Diddy can't go after all the millions of people who have talked about that lawsuit. Listen, Cassie put it out there, just like this situation. Shaniqua put it out there. And I'm not trying to bash her or anything like that, but I'm all like, nigga, that wasn't me. Like, what you want me to do? You know? So yeah. Now, if we're making up things, that's one point, right? If we're making up things like adding more stank to the story that there actually was, that'll be one thing. But this is her direct testimony. This is her story. Just like, Braxton. Remember the Braxton Wells guy who talked about Tyler Perry's president and stuff like that? He breached his contract because remember he got an NDA and now he's trying to go after Tyler Perry and stuff like that, right? Well, we wouldn't get in trouble for talking about it because technically Braxton broke his NDA. We didn't have an NDA or any kind of contractual agreement, right? Yeah, I wasn't in a contract. And they're asking you to remove it as they are in litigation. But what does that have to do with me? That's still like, what does that have to do with me? Like they have to, they have to deal with that in court. AT2 said on set. Listen, just don't put an ugly thumbnail or picture of me when I get sued, y'all. He seems a little paranoid. Why? Too complicated to explain here. Okay, I got you. What's up, Mad Church Disease? How you doing? Yeah. And like I said, I don't want to make it seem like I'm fighting for content creators, but I feel like I am essentially fighting for content creators. Like, as far as like, okay, this isn't one of those situations where we're just trying to defame your character or anything like that. Hell, the lawyer could have gave a statement on like AT2, this is not true. None of these things, blah, 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 blah. That, you don't have to AT2. There are cases that address this exactly. Media coverage is not torturous interference with a contract. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. Stephanie was all like, okay, I'm tired of you motherfuckers just saying shit in the chat. Let me just shut it down. Stephanie's all like, let me just shut this shit down real quick. Miss Barbara said, you don't realize that people sue people to make life miserable. You're totally right. But this money is going to make everything go wrong for you. Take that video down. That's what Miss Barbara said in my business. Oh, I forgot to say, Unica. Take that video down. That's what Miss Barbara said. Shout out to Miss Barbara. I don't know if y'all ever heard Miss Barbara talk, but yeah. I'm telling you, he's pulling a Trump suing anybody speaking up against him. Yeah. All right, you guys. I already had y'all for an hour and 10 minutes. I don't want to keep y'all any too much longer. But yeah, I just wanted to put there, get y'all feedback on it, see how y'all felt about it. For now, I am leaving up the video. If I choose to take it down, then I chose to take it down. But I'm not admitting any wrong or anything like that. Now, if something comes out to be, false, or there's some development that happens, then we'll address it at that time. But 51% of y'all said no, don't take the video down. So for now, we're gonna go ahead and leave them up. And I appreciate every single one of y'all for being here. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But we out of here, y'all. Deuces. Love y'all. We out.